Good evening, good neighbors. Welcome to episode 15 of the Band Together Buffalo Shutdown Showcase. Cast your votes for each episode at bandtogetherbuffalo.com and vote for as many artists as you like. If you like all 4 artists in each episode, vote for all 4 artists. There's a box to click if you like to see them live. If you vote the night of the live premiere, you get an extra vote. If you tip the band via PayPal, Venmo, or Patreon, you get an extra vote. That means you can triple your vote. And you can vote for up to 3 days from the night of the live premiere. Tonight is Hip Hop Night. Our featured artist is Cole Beasley, and our contestants are Chucky Campbell, Flex God, Katie N, and MC Zill, and Trey Ocho. Break!
Everything is gonna be alright, be alright, alright. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da.
How could I word this so it all makes sense? So when you listen you can feel it, just not hear its intent. I know that feeling is a spirit that can heal us in steps, but it seems as though I look up and see darkness and death. And an armed black teen shot twice in the head. Active shooters with tattoos of swastikas on their chest, rushing by to Breitbart, spinning lies in the web. Now they march with tiki torches and Confederate flags. I wonder just what it would take to chart a new path. For that to happen we would have to have a look at our past, acknowledge how it shaped the present and the privilege we have. Not just the beatings or the lynchings or the killings. In fact, redline and Jim Crow, acres of land, every cause has an effect. Yesterday is not the day, but every present has a past. We will overcome.
Everything going on, everything going wrong, everything is gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, just you wait and see. Everything going on, everything going wrong, everything is gonna be
How could I word this so it all makes sense? So when you listen you can feel it, just not hear its intent. Hurt people through our pain we express. To hate another human being is to love yourself less. To do more than break the cycle, then forgive or forget. To heal oppression, the oppressor should not look to the oppressed. Meanwhile a black father has to talk with his child. A routine traffic stop can leave him dead or in jail. I wonder if you ponder even know how it feels to have a loved one who was killed for the color of the skin. Another black male sentenced years in a cell. No collusion, an addict overdoses on pills. Still within we're all human. Diasporas of Africa, original man. Yesterday is not today, but every present has a past. We will overcome.
everything going on, everything going wrong, everything is gonna be alright. Anything you wanna be, just be free.
Oh, you can go on, you can go on. You can be who you wanna be, just be free. I can do anything! Yay!
Long ago, in some grand place, a seed was sown in the best of taste, in a garden draped in splendor, full of fruit for us to remember. Sunshine, brooks, and treats unnumbered, a tranquil setting, no clouds or thunder. The genus of man is from that seed. His duty now is in to purify his deeds. Africa, the established home of the oldest man yet found by those who search the desert sands. African woman, be you rose, violet, or blue, don't you know of the honored place that exists for you? Be you at home or a long time stolen from your natural place in the garden golden, queen of civilization, mother of planet Earth, you are Nefertiti, Zinga, Sheba, Amina, Aisha, even though they call you Susan or Jane. We must give all praises, thanks, and obedience to the one who made us, asking him to guide us, bless us, give us oneness. When the truth becomes known, he'll make peace a universal fact. Until then, we request that he grant us each other, not more than friends. The hope that we will, through us and ours, Africa will rise again. Africa, Mbuye, Mbaya, Nzinga, Nefertiti, Nzinga, Sheba, come back.
God status. God status. I've been off a bed. Don't trust what I see. All black Batmobile. Bad bitch passenger. She knew the deal way before the deal. We was serving meals, drill at Navy SEAL. Live that life for real, live that life no joke. We cross lines, no coke. Don't beg, we get big. My boss is faith and hope. I grip that mic, don't choke. They've never seen me fold. I just wanna reach my goals. I don't ever wanna go broke. I don't ever wanna go back to living in the room of a trap man. Hang around a cast that would never drop the act, and they're leaning off the act. I find that shit whack. No round of applause, but you can get clapped. No cap, it'll sound like rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Like what the fuck is good, pussy? Watch the way you talking to me, cause all this kosher over here. But no, I can't speak for my homies, so you better act like you know me. Better order us drinks or a little with toasting, and after that walk away slowly, cause I don't have any time for the commotion. I keep my composure, be leasing away, but it's clear that I own it. I ride on my own shit, rolling, smoking, and chiefing need back so I can stay focused. Behind all this magic, there's always a potion to heal some emotion. That's how I keep flowing these words over beats to make songs that relate to how your life is going. If you ain't know now, you know, nigga. Now you know, nigga. Yeah, I be turned up, drunk as fuck. Reach my limit, then fill my cup. Fuck, I can't see this blunt, but it punched my lungs when I sparked it up. Forgot who the fuck I was. Might risk everything just to call your bluff. Like what the fuck is up? But beat a nigga ass cause he talking tough. Cause I'm tired of all of your bullshit and all of the slick shit you pullin' that could get your name written on bullets. Better come to me with an apology. Better fall in line like you gon' follow me. No IG. No IG. No IG. No IG.
I just want you to love yourself. Feel fear not your shadow. Hallelujah. I just want you to love yourself. Fear not your shadow.
Let's go, Buffalo! Circle them wagons. Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Bills!
Your fucking list of enemies is gonna be longer than you can wrap your fucking finger around, and you goddamn idiots don't even fucking know about punk rock.
Check. Yo.
What up, dog? My story ain't like yours, it's something like Mike Muir. I'm spitting from my core, I'm ripping the mic pure. Fighting the right war, knew what I was fighting for. So every night on tour, I was spending the night on floors. That's the blueprint I learned from the true shit. You do it all yourself or you won't ever do shit. Only black kid in the pit and rancid. When I first heard Kaplunk, I thought I had all the answers. NorCal down to SoCal, there's no doubt. My crew show up to your show and then we show out. Scaring poses only there for exposure. You bought a magazine, now you wear what they told you. Holes in my jeans cause I scrubbed on my skateboard. Holes in your jeans because that's what you paid for. No room for fakes that's scared to break rules. Must scrape the slate to escape and make moves.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Hard time can't stop, won't stop. You don't compete where you don't compare. Stay in your own lane. You can only run your own race.
Feeling finer than a DIY igniter. I invite you to your mama's eyeliner and an audio assault. Nobody gotta vouch for the exploited blue collar. Just move out of the way if you don't wanna get shoved. I'm in a subculture with no fucks to sublet. Come and get a swallow of a semi-auto beverage. Show up in a denim vest, you decorated slacker. Investigate a scene in the city with no backup. Yeah, patches, panic at the punk house. Full contact melodies, tell them what it's all about. Child, how you never bang your head to that shit your dad calls the worst record of the year. Say a prayer for him, Nana. He done ran away from home again, rocking the bandana with a plan to see his favorite band. And can't nobody tell me nothing. Moshing out the bad brains in the thick of it. Let me make this clear. You gotta take your share, cause life ain't fair. Yup. I come to run amok. Now here they go yelling, here comes a new punk.
Damage! Freedom, there ain't no fucking freedom! No freedom!
See, I'm somewhere between graffiti artist and vandal, fresh out the bowels of an American landfill. Damn, it feels good to see degenerates who get it in, spreading the good word with a stencil and a paint can. Catch me at 666, ask a punk place. Gorillas in the midst of an anarchist enclave. Spend a whole day in a costume and shed it, where the only form of credit was invented in the cellar. Never mind why the band is still selling cassette tapes. Bet you gon' look to buy a Walkman the next day. Moms never talked about her days of loving X-ray specs. Better yet, with whom she had sex. Probably got you like, Mom, those days are gone, but how you gon' act like you never sold ganja? Rockin' Doc Martens, talking about nihilism, telling cats you believe in consensual violence.
How's that for a spit?
That's all, huh?
Start the investigation. Our weak mental limitations, skin pigment origination, and sexual orientation. Analyze, it's offensive, even though we're the ones being offensive. Experiences far from comprehensive. Ignorance is ignorance. No matter the color of the citizen, self-conscious of legitimate whisperings, rushing our inferences, so we're living in restrictions. Liberties prohibiting, civics inhibiting, has us limiting. For instance, fast forward our instincts, can't rewind, we're blind to pause the view that's pensive. Criticisms, differences, lots of oppression, healing our heart apart, try and find a spot for acceptance. A CC positive lessons to last and function. Human compassion, pass on weapons of mass destruction. Blasting enough, time to rebuild structural assumptions. Eradicate black and blues punching, come on.
Under our sun, we are I think things have changed dramatically, you know, in the past couple decades in recording. And I think that the recording studio has become a tool in a lot of ways that people use in a lot of different ways. Some people come in with a thought and a notion, and their entire project comes to fruition here in the building. Some other people find the useful parts of what happens within a studio to elevate their projects. And I think for us, it's important to be able to be involved in that process in general, mastering, mixing, running stems through analog gear. You know, it's all something that can bring what you are doing in the safety of your own home to a different level. And, you know, that's an exciting part of the process for us. Creative things happen in this space, and magical things happen in this space. We're always unbelievably excited to be part of the process when things are happening here in Buffalo. So we're here, lots of gear, lots of personalities, and you know, man, we love making music here just as much as you do. So band together, Buffalo. See ya.
Welcome to another episode of the Band Together Buffalo Shutdown Showcase. Our featured artist this episode here on Hip Hop Night is Cole Beasley. Cole, it's great to have you here, and you'll be familiar to many as a wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. We're here to talk about your music. I'm reflecting on an interview with Tre'Davious White, where a reporter asked him a question that was more about the grand scheme of life. And he said, I can't even think about that right now because we're in the middle of a playoff push and all of my energy is focused on the next game. And so now that we're in the off season, is it a switch that you can flip where you can say, like, during the season, you can't even think about music, or you must be thinking about it, but you have to compartmentalize it. And now that you're in the off season, you can really focus on your art?
Yeah, during the season, to compartmentalize things is very, very important. You know, everybody's different with their approach to the game. You know, I like to spend all my time and energy on it when I'm there, and then, you know, as soon as work ends and we get out at, like, I don't know, 5:30 or 6 or so is when I end up going home after taking care of my body and all the stuff I need to do after work is already over. We probably end at like 3:30 or 4, and I stay there until 6 to get my body right. But after that, once I get home, I try to get my mind off of it. So, you know, I'll be with my kids until they go to bed. And then sometimes when they go to bed, you know, that's when I'll get in the studio. And that's kind of it's either get in the studio or play video games for me to take my mind off of things, and kind of, it's like my reset button. I wake up refreshed the next day, you know, based off that. You know, time for myself is very important to clear my head. And, you know, if you think about your job 24/7, it can really wear you down. So music has been a great outlet for me. And like you said, now it's the off season. You know, it's hard to just flip the switch completely off, because then, you know, once one season is over, especially when you go to the playoffs, you know, there's not much time before the next one starts. So I can't shut that switch off completely. I still have to work out, but there is a lot more time. I mean, instead of spending, I don't know, 12 hours or whatever it is at the facility, you know, I work out for 2 or 3, and then I have the whole rest of the day with my kids and figuring out where to fit music in that way. So it definitely gives me a little bit more time, but I still can't flip the football switch completely off.
It seems even in your music, there's a combination of those lives. It's you bring your football athlete life into your music. I'm thinking specifically the standout track for me is Stereotypes. The thread there that you're on is something I think about a lot in general. I mean, just for example, before the shutdown, I was playing pickup football regularly with a bunch of guys where I was the only white guy. You catch one ball over the middle in Buffalo and your nickname is Beasley now, right?
Yeah.
So you know, stereotypes. Like that's a real thing. And so, I mean, there's a common thread in the stereotypes of who you are as a person going into the NFL and who you are as a person going into the rap game, right? How have you been able to navigate that? And there's obviously parallels that you can relate, right?
You know, stereotypes is something that's probably never going to go away. It's something we're always going to have to live with at this point. I feel like, I mean, that's people's way of passing judgment on somebody that they have no idea who they are. They don't know. So they just go by what they see and, you know, kind of act like they know people from just, you know, something that happened. So it's going to be like that forever because there's no way for everyone to know everyone. So you just kind of, you know, have that belief in your heart of what you know about yourself, and you take that to football or music, and, you know, people are going to pass along their opinions, but, you know, what people think about you doesn't really make who you are. So I try not to let it bother me too much and just, you know, do what I love to do. You know, it's not really about how they want it, or, you know, if I do everything how everybody else wants me to do all the time, I wouldn't be me. You know what I mean? So you just try not to, I mean, you always want people's input, but I mean, not to a point to where it's kind of tearing you up inside and, you know, your main source of why you make your decisions.
Can you get to the heart of yourself as an artist? What inspired you to start making music?
My brother actually introduced me to rap music at a very young age. Ever since then, I've kind of enjoyed rap music, and I really enjoy all music. But as I started getting a little older, then I was one of those kids who wanted like all the new music before everybody else did. I would always have like burnt CDs of all the new songs that just came out. So I was big on just, I don't know, bringing everything to everybody else who maybe didn't have the resources I did to get that new music, you know? So I would tell them, hey, have you heard this? You heard this, or whatever. In high school, a little bit, I would play around just rapping with my friends, you know, over beats with not writing anything, just for fun. And then college is when I got a stipend check, you know, on scholarship playing football, and then you live off campus, you get a stipend check every month. So with my extra money, I spent a little bit on, I already had a laptop, so I just bought a little a program that I could record music on, and that's when I first kind of started getting into recording it. It was me and two other of my buddies, and we started that way. And then I got to the pros, and that's when I got Pro Tools. And I didn't really get serious about it until I met Faz. It was only just like something I did for fun, and I like doing it. And you know, I have the personality. If I'm ever going to do something, I like to do it until I get good at it. You know what I mean? So I do it a lot. But then I met Victor Faz Clark, and I met him through some Cowboys teammates, JJ Wilcox and Mo Claiborne. Guys like that were going over his house, and I'd heard about it. You know, so I asked them if I could have his number, and we got in contact. And then I went over there the next time they went. We were just messing around. I just wanted to learn. I really wanted to learn how to navigate Pro Tools and just watch some other guys mix things, because that's what I was trying to figure out in the early stages. I was like, if I can't make it sound good, it's not going to matter. So I started, you know, focusing on that. And then I ended up making a song with him. And then Faz told me that I could really do this, you know, just off, I guess, that one day. So I was like, all right. So then we just decided to roll with it, and now I'm doing it. But I've been doing it for a long time, but not like this. So
How did you start to get a feel for the fact that you had it in you?
I'm a big believer in you can do anything with repetition. So, like I never thought I'd ever be singing on tracks. But you know, when you get in the studio and you do something enough, you start kind of figuring out how like vocals work and how you can make different sounds doing this or that. And you just start playing around, and you kind of teach yourself or learn how to do certain things. And that's what it's been for me. And, you know, I still haven't had enough time to do it enough. So I got in the studio more this last season than I have in any season in my entire career. And just doing that, I see how much I improved from the beginning of the season to the end, just doing that. So I'm excited just to be able to get to do it more and more, and to see how I progress and how I grow. If you heard a song of when I first met Faz compared to now, it might blow you away from how much I've grown just over that little time. And I don't know, I always think like if I was doing it every single day, like most artists are, like I just would wonder what I would sound like at this point. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's going to take me longer to do certain things just because I'm kind of juggling two things at once. And I won't sacrifice football either right now, because it's what I do and it's what I've worked so hard for my entire life. So I don't right now. I'm sacrificing music a little bit until football is done.
You know, you mentioned growth, and you had me already thinking that. I know that there is that part of the culture with the Bills is the growth mindset. When I listen to that from y'all, it transcends football, of course, right? And so I hear you bringing that also into the music, where the growth mindset will lead you to want to distance yourself from music you've made even in your recent past, right? And
for sure.
So and just like always be evolving, right?
No question. There's been a lot of highs and lows, and you know, sports have a crazy way of teaching you about yourself and going through a lot of adversity. You really learn a few things about yourself that maybe you didn't know before. And especially once you get to the highest level where everybody's watching and critiquing and telling you you're this and you're that. I really had to learn how to get away from all of those, you know, talking heads from everywhere else that have no idea who you are or what kind of person you are. And just going through all these situations kind of led me to who I am today. And that's what my album's about. It's kind of like all dealing with fame and having more money and what all that brings, and maybe being in a relationship versus not being in a relationship. That's why I kind of called it When Worlds Collide, is because all these different worlds coming together, and it kind of shakes up the real one that you live in and kind of shakes you up a little bit. So being able to navigate through all these worlds, what's important or what's really important instead of what you thought was important, is kind of like what I'm learning while going through all these different worlds. That's kind of what my album's about. I thought of a concept and I wanted to make it conceptual, where hopefully people would listen to it all the way through. It makes more sense when you do it that way, but I know not as many people listen to albums all the way through these days, but I still do. And I still enjoy an artist that puts a full album together and it makes sense all the way through. And it gives you different perspectives, and it's something you can learn from. And it's a story of somebody growing from beginning to end. And that's kind of the idea I wanted to do with mine. And it's kind of my growth in between the years of 2017 to now. It's kind of how I've changed since then. And I don't talk about football at all in it. I didn't want to. I mean, the things that I'm dealing with are from football, but I don't mention that, and you would never know if it's football or not with the things that I'm talking about. I wanted to make it to where everybody could relate to it, even if they didn't have to be an NFL player to do it. So that was kind of my goal with this album.
Sometimes I'm in my feelings, and other times I'm numb. Hey, sometimes I feel I'm living, and other times I'm done. Yeah, sometimes my cup half empty, other times it's half full. Sometimes don't give a fuck, there's other times that I do. Sometimes I stress myself when I shouldn't even have to. But I'm cool, yeah, I'm cool. At times I really wanna quit. At times I really want this shit. At times I wanna walk away. Most times wanna tell my shit. Sometimes I just wanna vent. Sometimes wanna lose my shit. Sometimes want them all to feel me. Most times I ain't feeling them. At times I just wanna live. At times want it all to end. Most times wanna be alone. Sometimes wish I had my friends. Sometimes I don't wanna think. Sometimes wanna smoke a drink. Sometimes want the fucking world. Most times don't want anything. Sometimes I feel I'm too much. Sometimes feel I'm not enough. Sometimes hate my fucking self. Most things I wish could be redone. Most times I feel like it's fake. So most times I don't know what's real. And sometimes I don't wanna hate. Sometimes I'm in my feelings, at other times I'm numb. Hey. Sometimes I feel I'm living, at other times I'm done. Yeah. Sometimes my cup half empty, other times it's half full. Sometimes don't give a fuck, there's other times that I do. Sometimes I stress myself when I shouldn't even have to. But I'm cool, yeah, I'm cool. Yo, I need to be this, I need to be that. I need to be grit, I need to be swag. I need to be mad, I need to be crisp. Need to be it, need to be glad. Need to be tight, need to be true. Need to be why, need to be proof. What I need to be me if I'm you. Need to be a light, need to be glue. Need to be right, wanna be pissed, wanna be sad, I wanna be a dick, I wanna be bad, wanna be the shit, wanna not give a motherfucker about them. I wanna do me, I don't wanna do him. I wanna just snap, I don't wanna do shit. I wanna just live, I wanna just vibe. I wanna go crazy, please, just one time. Wanna be human, wanna be alive. Wanna take a step without thinking it twice. Wanna have a rest without thinking the grind. Wanna have sex without thinking the time. Wanna go far, wanna go ride. Wanna go dark, wanna go high, but while I go tell the whole world that I'm fine. Sometimes I'm in my feelings, at other times I'm numb. Hey. Sometimes I feel I'm living, at other times I'm done. Yeah. Sometimes my cup half empty, other times it's half full. Sometimes don't give a fuck, there's other times that I do. Sometimes I stress myself when I shouldn't even have to. But I'm cool, yeah, I'm cool.
My name is Omri, and this is Tunworks Media. I shoot commercials, music videos, weddings, live events, speakers, just stuff. I was so happy when I got this studio space because I knew what it meant for the community. They could come here and be able to get what it is that they need to get to put out what it is that they want to put out. It's a way for me to help myself by helping other people tell their story. That's it. We tell stories here. To me, there's nothing worse than when you create something, whether it's a business or a piece of music or any type of piece of art or anything, or even if you have a message and you want to get it out. For me, it's nothing more frustrating than when you can't. If you have an idea, you believe in your idea, and you really want to put some video behind it, that's what I do. My name is Omri, and I make content.
Next up, one more song from each of our contestants. So be sure to go to bandtogetherbuffalo.com, vote for your favorites, and remember, if you tip the band, you get an extra vote. Make it rain, y'all.
Last night God spoke to me and touched me in a dream. On the surface I surrendered every burden to my peace. Surrounded and unsure I was uncertain this was sleep. I poured bourbon, nursed the nerves and worked the words out to a beat. A photogenic photo finish, phoning homie T. Spinning vinyl on the phonograph, foaming at the mouth. For every hater acting extra, there's more love here to be found. Learning it's okay to flash a smile. Just as many flowers have to die for your love. Get work like Rick works, you doing time for your love. Kyrie Irving, flat earthers telling lies for your love. Tommy Lahird's on Tinder, swipe right for ya. Falling petals in the summer breeze. There's nothing harder than knowing that you were never free. That this was never deep, that every dream that you ever dreamt may never be. Hold up, let me back, I'll find a place to set a scene. It was May when a father took a handful of pills. Chased with liquor on that country road, driving home asleep at the wheel. Crossed the median, weaving in the traffic he lives, but kills a young teen pregnant with twins. The tragic end, before they gave him life in the pen, he wrote a note to his daughter shot himself in the head by the roadside vigil where the family had wept. They found his body in a ditch, 2 a.m. pronounced. In every human heart there's a God-shaped hole. We fill it with the drugs and the drink and the gold, and wake up in the morning with no room for our soul. It's funny how the crowd make you feel so alone. There will never be enough likes on that post. Oh, a high like the first high from that dope. Oh, a love like the first love, just move on. Almost no one is awake, but everyone's woke. Just as many flowers have to die for your love. Get work like Rick work, she do with time for your love. Kyrie Irving, flat earthers telling lies for your love. Tommy Laren's on to the swipe right for you. But just as many flowers have to die for your love. Move weight like Big Pharma, getting high for your love. Bright part and Russian bots telling lies for your love. Brett Kavanaugh and to the swipe right. In the eye of the beholder, they behold us in a lust. If we wanted what we needed, we wouldn't need what we want. If we thought as thoughtful thinkers, we wouldn't think what we thought. Thinking thoughts of thoughtful thinkers, not thinking just cause we're taught to believe in the beliefs we believe in could be in part and based in the belief we believe in simply because we believe in the beliefs that we feel that we can't belong and don't believe in what belongs to the facts. The truth is harder to believe in the land of fake deep, cause Wikipedia's as trustworthy now as WikiLeaks. Stealing roofers in your church pews with AR-15. And when this house of cards falls, just repeat after me. Falling petals in the summer breeze. There's nothing harder than knowing that you were never free, that this was never deep, that every dream that you ever dreamt may never be. Hold up, let me back and find a place to set a scene. It was made when young Johnny declared it had had enough. The older kids had made fun of him, bullied him now for months. Called his sister a dirty whore and a hoe and a slut over some rumors she was pregnant but knew not who the father was. And at lunch when Johnny took up for his sister, they punched, kicked and physically beat him up till he was covered in blood. The same night his sister died at the hands of a drunk. He opened up his father's gun cabinet, reached for a gun. In every human heart there's a God-shaped hole. Johnny filled it with the hate and the pain felt cold. Woke up in the morning with no room for his soul, and walked into his school locked and ready to unload. There will never be enough guards on that post to revive those who died and have now passed on, or a way to make up for right this wrong. Almost no one is awake, but everyone's woke. Just as many flowers have to die for your love. Get work like Rick work, she do with time for your love. Kyrie Irving, flat earthers telling lies for your love. Tommy Laren's on to the swipe right for you. But just as many flowers have to die for your love. Get shot like Nipsey Hussle trying to rhyme for your love. Alex Jones getting canceled telling lies for your love. Kevin Spacey's on Tinder swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
Just be like that feeling, like boom, boom, you know? Turn the beat up, turn the bass up, turn the love up, turn the faith up.
That's the only trouble with tennis.
Yeah, I feel like you're my bad habit. Make me feel like I'm out of control and I can't stand it. So I sit here asking God what happened. I thought it was magic, but I feel like you're my bad habit. Make me feel like I'm out of control and I can't stand it. So I sit here asking God what happened. I thought it was magic, but I guess it wasn't. I see you had different intentions, a hidden agenda. You made my heart a memento. Use my love as a rental skirt and then drove me mental. Cause you ain't care what I've been through, girl. I've never been so wrong. You played me like a song and left me to dance alone. That broke me like styrofoam. What about love? Where'd all your love go? Tell me I need to know. Tell me I need to know. Cause I feel like you're my bad habit. Make me feel like I'm out of control and I can't stand it. So I sit here asking God what happened. I thought it was magic, and I feel like you're my bad habit. Make me feel like I'm out of control and I can't stand it. So I sit here asking God what happened. I thought it was magic.
nobody's gonna love you more than your family, and Buffalo is family. Early on, when Matt and myself started dreaming up and conjuring this idea that we could have a brewery, we knew it had to be in the city of Buffalo. We loved the idea of it being in downtown Buffalo. I want to make the best beer possible that I can brew, but I also want to make the best beer for the city and its people. And so far, Hey Burner has been an amazing success, and we work hard every day to consistently brew that and keep it as popular as it is, which is no easy feat, you know. You're not going to get anything fresher than what's available in your own backyard. Everyone in the Big Ditch family, I'd say, is pretty humble. Nobody thinks we're not the world's greatest. We make damn good beer, though, and we're going to keep getting better at it.
Friend is not the word for it. I'm with my homeboy, annoyed at the world torching. I third blonde on unemployment for the sheer enjoyment of the city slick and mix it with the Byzantine conduit. And I'm convinced time is non-existent. Yeah, I don't get it, goddamn, I feel terrific. When I kick it with the fam, you bet we getting twisted to the point the visuals kicking in the beginning to make sense. I ain't tripping, let the cipher commence.
No sense, goddamn smoking brain stew. Inane statements ensue. Motherfucker, who the fuck is you? Stuck into the couch as indicated. As a rule, anything you think is cool, I hate it. Play it off like, what? Toss me blunt, let's get fucked up. Yup, keep my circle tight, it helps out with rotation. Half loony patients prescribing ourselves a medication.
Roll this shit, like this shit, smoke. Roll this shit, like this shit, smoke. Roll this shit, like this shit, smoke. Roll this shit, like this shit, smoke.
Mazes in the caverns of the mental. Stitch my britches wounds up with the dental. Flossing in the rental, with zip stuck within the merch to hawk. Gawking at the locals as we walk. Post shit talkers for 1,000 blocks. Pockets filled with not much. Folding bits of cardboard up into a crumpled crush. Just a hunch. Rooftop, sky high for liftoff. With all this love in my lungs, I shouldn't be so pissed off.
Shit, dog, I'm in the wrong apartment. Highest gas prices. I just realized it, and this guy's higher than I am. I would try to tell him, but I like his style kinda. If only as a reminder not to get too blunted. Who wanted what America's most likely to die from? A marijuana overdose, keep it 100. I'm just a brother with nothing to do, but I got company. Fuck whatever strain you prefer, I'll have one of each. Tongue in cheek, nah, keep it rolling. I'ma show you how they do it out in Longview. I'm motivated losses, I'm awesome in my own noggin. Now I'm watching Omek, yeah, his mouth is moving, but bro can't even form a sentence. Homegrown codependents undergoing clinical trials, testing out free dope. Yo, you in or you out? Ooh, child, I don't know, you might be wildin'. Stepping out the matrix so you can say I'm dialed in.
What the fuck? You motherfuckers! Fuck this shit. What's going on? Yeah, we might as well practice.
I'm trying to laugh.
This is gonna be like the outro. No. Straight on putting out all this. I think there's
honeymoon in Positano. Say to my wife Ti amo. Wish we'd stay here per tutto l'anno. Scusi, when we move to the jacuzzi. 2 more drinks, you can lose the koozies. To the waiter I say, capisce? He say, si, per me molto facile. OGA sabato romantico, excelente. Luna de miele esatico, esattamente. Louis comprehende, sent us the finest vino. Durante el primo, that night at el restaurante. Salute, now mangiano, tempo never pronto. Half hour later, il segundo. Love embedded, mesmerized, smelling each fragrance. Beautiful weather, nothing could ever better the ambiance. Precious fruit de mare. Katie Ann and MC Sylvan wishing for it again, especially calamari. Lemons grande, sipping limoncello. Holiday to celebrate the Black Madonna in Hotel Marencanto. Positano, need your love worldwide pronto. Everything about you is troppo buono.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 15 of the Band Together Buffalo Shutdown Showcase. Get those votes in for tonight's contestants, and that'll do for round 2. We've now shown 60 artists from Western New York over the past several weeks, and along the way, we appreciate all the views, votes, and encouraging notes. Moving on to round 3, we'll start up on March 30th. Until then, keep tuning in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for some bonus rounds of local bands. Until we meet again, keep in touch, keep it going.